Guys, the most bizarre video ever just caught Angela from 90 Day Fiance beating someone up. And it wasn't just anyone, it was one of her best friends. This is truly one of the strangest videos I have ever seen, and you will not believe the truth behind what actually happened. Now, we haven't heard much from Angela lately, which makes this whole video even more bizarre. But guys, seriously, look at this. In this video, she's in New York City, which is kind of strange because she still lives in Georgia, but she was supposedly there for a reality TV event called Reality Lip Sync, and there were a lot of other reality stars there, and she was fighting with one of her best friends, Jennifer, in the lobby of their hotel. I mean, look at this video, you guys. The receptionist at the hotel is literally trying to break them up, and you just know that the guy didn't sign up for this when he became a hotel receptionist, and it's not even like they were at a bar or club. They were in a hotel lobby, and it all happened after 2 a.m., so we can only assume that they were definitely under the influence of something. I'm just not sure what substances that might be, but this is really only the beginning because this was a literal physical fight. Like, they were attacking each other, and it was to the point where the cops had to be called, but somehow neither of them got arrested, probably because, according to the police report, they refused to give the cops any information about themselves whatsoever. But the weirdest thing, in my opinion, was what Angela screamed at Jennifer, because Jennifer isn't a reality star, like, at all. She does Botox and claims to have celebrity clients, but that is literally it. But Angela was screaming at her that she would always be a wannabe star and that she was a housewives wannabe. But this is where things get pretty interesting, because the reality TV event that they had just left had a bunch of cast from the Real Housewives franchise there. So did something happen at the event? Like, did Jennifer talk bad about Angela to some of the housewives and Angela found out about it? Because it seemed to be a pretty normal night for both of them. Jennifer was sharing photos and videos all night, and she and Angela appeared to be getting along in all of them. But according to the police report, the fight began when they were in the cab coming back from the event, but it was only verbal until they got out of the cab and went into the hotel. So I honestly have no idea what could have caused this fight, beyond the fact that they were probably under the influence, and considering that Angela referenced the housewives, we can only assume that it had something to do with the event that they had just been at. But this isn't the end of this crazy story, because there are more videos, and Angela is seen walking barefoot, you guys, on the streets of New York City. And I'm sorry, but I just cannot imagine how disgusting that might be for her to do something like that. Like, we are not in her small town in Georgia. These are the streets of New York City. Have you ever seen someone walk on the streets of New York City barefoot? And believe it or not, it only gets worse, because she starts talking to people who are filming her, who are just guests at the hotel allegedly, and asks them to help her get into her room. And she had to really be under the influence of something if she thought that she could get a couple of hotel guests to help her get into her room. And if you can believe this, Jennifer actually made a statement about what happened to the US Sun, and in my opinion, it's just hilarious. So she said that she and Angela are close friends, which, I mean, we knew, but she said that because they're close friends, things got heated. Okay, sure. I mean, we all get into physical altercations with our close friends all the time. And she said that the fight happened due to unfortunate events and didn't give any details beyond that. And then she claimed that they didn't actually hit each other. It was just some pushing and shoving. And she even claimed that it looked worse on video than it was in real life. And I don't know how that's possible, because the video literally shows Angela's entire body over Jennifer's as she beats her up. I mean, it looks really bad if you ask me. And there was even blood drawn from the fight, which Jennifer claimed was only because her jewelry scratched Angela, and Angela's on medication that causes her to bleed easily, apparently. And even though all of this craziness happened, Jennifer claimed in her statement that they had cleared the air and were back to being best friends, which just seems absolutely impossible. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I've never gotten into a physical fight with one of my close friends, and if I did, I do not think we'd be back to being best friends just hours later. But maybe that's just what it's like to be in Angela Deem's life. I mean, we've seen this time and time again with her. She definitely has a pattern of getting into fights with people. They just usually happen on camera. So I think we all assumed that she was just playing up her drama for the camera, but this one was definitely not on camera, so it seems like this was just how she is. She's constantly getting into fights with anyone and everyone, and we've seen her attack her husband Michael, and it's caused people to literally start petitions to get her kicked off 90 Day Fiance, because she has such a history of harming people. So who knows? knows? This might be the final straw for her because clearly she is a violent person and she can't keep blaming it on, doing it for the drama of reality TV because there was no reality TV cameras there. And maybe she'll reveal the real reason for the fight eventually, but it's been days and she still hasn't, even though Jennifer has now spoken out. So if I had to guess, she'll probably go on acting as though nothing ever happened, which is pretty insane because the videos from the fight were truly some of the craziest fight videos that I have ever seen from anyone, not just a reality TV star. But what do you guys think? I mean, can you believe everything that went down with this fight, and why do you think it happened? Do you think Angela will be held responsible for her actions once and for all, or will TLC keep going on working with her as though nothing had happened? Guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below.